Yo, this is Coach's Corner, the post-Thanksgiving edition.
Come on.
How important do you think 7-on-7 is to you from your point of view?
I think it's more for the offense side of the ball.
Right, and that's how you want to keep it into that system where they know that at some point I want to be the star at Eastside. I want to be the star at
Your head coach does it for you. I feel you're just spending extra money for a recruit.
Hey, can I piggyback off that real quick?
Yeah, definitely. What's going on? Good evening, everybody who's tuning in live. We are back with another edition of Coach's Corner. As you can see, I loaded my roster up with some of the finest of the finest. We're going to be talking about some really good stuff. So just in case anybody is on our Instagram, our Facebook, or Twitter, any other account I believe we on, just go ahead and make sure you just send us a message, chime in, share it, let everybody understand that this is the place to be. Every 2 weeks. I think we actually took an extra week because of the holidays. But like I said, we back like we never left. Let me introduce my special guest I got around here today. Everybody, once I pass the mic to you, just go ahead and break it down. My number one engineer in the building, Sam Sports B. Do what you do. Let's go.
Sir, I have no words. The Ravens lost. I'm chilling. I'm humbled today. I'm just... It's got hurt, and the Bills just ran touchdown backs. God damn it.
Listen, man, we rooting for 32 on the Bills all day long, all right? If they root for 32, then I can't be your friend. Simple as that. That's how I do it. Now, they already know one of our also, regs on the show, my man, Big Danny C. Dan, let's go. Let him know who you are. Let's go talk about it.
So, guys, Coach Daniel Chamberlain out of Northeast Oklahoma. Do Chamberlain Football Consulting, where I help develop coaches so that they can help develop their own kids. Work with the athletic speed and movement, help your kids get the faster agility, speed. It's a 46-year-old program at this point, NFL's very first speed program. We've got it going down. And then I also do a couple podcasts, the Football Coaching Podcast with Joe Daniel and Coaching 101 Podcast with Coach Kenny Simpson, places I go and just talk ball. Each of those is a weekly show, so you can go find them wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I brought on somebody new to the building, you already know, coming live from the whole nine. P, give me a rundown, man. Talk about it.
What's the word, man? I'm Coach Paris and Mayor Crawford, head trainer and owner of the whole nine here in Bayonne, man. We run performance coaching, overall athletic skill development, everything from the strengthen, conditioning, speed and agility, position training, man. I'm also the D coordinator at the Hive, man, Bayonne High School.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but not least, I had to make him last but not least, because he had a very impressive season and capped it off with what you're supposed to cap it off with. Okay, so we're definitely tipping our hat off to our guy, Big C, the one and only, the New Jersey non-public B state champion. Just go ahead, sir. I'm gonna just do this while you do your thing.
Damn, that was a mean-ass intro. All right.
Man,
Look at all the rings.
it's gonna be one of them shows, man. This Coach C, four-time state champ.
Man, that's four.
Damn.
Yeah, this about to be this four at DePaul Catholic High School in Wayne, New Jersey. defensive coordinator. Shout out to the coaches, the players, everybody that got it done. Also a sports performance trainer at Pro Edge in Wayne, New Jersey. Also do receiver and DB development at Pro Edge as well. Yeah, I ain't gonna go too crazy, Dom. I'm gonna be chill today.
Trust me, the rings is enough, baby. They talking enough. But I heard you say 4. I'm retiring before. Man, you make me want to get back in the saddle, man. I can't have them catching up to me, P.
Yeah.
I got to keep an advantage on some of these guys. You know what I mean? That's just the competitor in me just tells me, like, he got 4 now. Jeez, I got to watch my mouth. But that's all good, man. Again, everybody, man, thank y'all for coming to the show tonight, and everybody that's tuning in, watching us. Thank you for tuning in, man. Like I said, we got a really good one. It's that time of the year. Season's ending, all right? And now it's time to be putting your kids in the best possible position. If you're a senior, you need to be looking into whether, obviously, if you're a scholarship guy, Wednesday's your day. Big shout out to y'all. Like I said, I don't know, Dan, how it rolls down there or B and what is going over there. We know it's a national early signing day, I'm guessing, is on the 4th. So if you're a scholarship guy, you're going to sign early. And, I mean, like I talked to the coach from Marshall last night, just because you sign don't mean you stop working. So make sure you seniors get to it, stay to it. Juniors, sophomores, freshmen, you want to be in this position moving forward. Again, mom, dad, his uncle, brother, auntie, time to get these kids in the right spots. But again, we got a nice show. We'll get to all of that stuff later on. B, what you want to kick it off with first?
Whatever you want, sir. I don't run shit around here. You know what I mean? I don't
The
run
lies
shit.
they tell.
All right, so the Eagles, right? So let's talk about the Eagles. Not because I lost to them, because I had this question for like a week and a half ago. They drafted a bunch of young corners, and one of their corners, Mitchell, is that his name? Not 100% sure. He plays one side of the field. He has real high numbers, haven't let up a touchdown. But my guy B from Off the Top Sports said that's bullshit because you're the best corner. You're supposed to travel with the best receiver. You play one side of the field, you don't travel.
Okay.
So is that how y'all look at it, or is it you play your side? Because Daniel shaking his head. So do you play just one side of the field? Like, yes, my job just play this left side. So they put number 2, number 3 over here. Like, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hey, let's jump on it. Whoever want to go first.
I was gonna say this. We talk about we over me all the time, right? The team's bigger than me, but then we want people to trash a kid that stays on the left or the right, or that's always the boundary of the field, or the strong or weak one because of his skill set is better for that. Like, come on, man. It doesn't make him not the best corner because he doesn't travel. Maybe he's not the best man-to-man corner. Who cares? If he plays his side great, he's the best at doing what he does. Who cares?
P, what you think about that, P?
Gardner's the guy, though, right? And he's the best, period.
I also think that how complex offenses are getting, trying to go find a guy, motions, and all these stacks and trips, bunches, and stuff like that. It's harder today to just go travel with a guy and then to go be a guy down in and down out. So staying on one side is cool.
Yeah. Well, I like what Dan said. Obviously, we preach that we're only as good as our weakest link, right? So everybody got to be good and understand their job across the board, So, because the way we talking about the setup is, if the setup is set up where I need my guy to follow that guy because the offense we're playing against is real prehistoric, then maybe I can do that. But if the setup is where, I'm playing a real complex team, like the guy at the top of our screen over here with the ball, it's very complex. You can't just send a guy to go follow a guy like Desi Jones. Desi Jones going to be in the slot. Desi Jones going to be outside. Desi Jones going to motion across, like you said, P, to something different. So at this point, everybody needs to be taught where they need to be in their coverage. I'm going to go ahead and defer to the champion, y'all. My man, C, what you think? I mean, especially with what you had this year, this is a really good question.
Yeah, so from experience, I played corner, and I remember playing with one of my teammate. He can only play the right side, and it was only because we were playing right-handed quarterbacks. So he knew if the quarterback turned his shoulder towards him, it was his indicator to break. So it was a visual and a mental standpoint from him where he's like, I can only play the right side. No matter where you're at, I need to play the right side.
Okay.
What we try to do at my school is we want to make those guys interchangeable, where they can play the left side, play the right side, sometimes play the slot a little bit, just to showcase themselves for the next level. And then whatever they do at the next level, that's
Right.
what
That's
they
on
do.
them.
But we just want to show the versatility in our corners, that they can play left side, field corner, boundary corner, some nickel corner, just so they can showcase their skill set.
Right. And I think you'll agree, like I said before, if you got a real simple type of offense, then you get exotic and do all of that stuff, you know. But if you got you a complex offense, then you might have to sit in the zone, and guys got to do their job in their zone. So,
Right.
you know, I think that's where I'm at with that. B. I mean, but you know, that's, I guess, according to what Brandon is saying, you know, we talking NFL where the schemes are very complex. Okay, and I mean, there's reasons why guys like Cooper Kupp go crazy, because they're putting them in every different type of position. So I don't know. As a fan, I think we want to see, like you said, Dan, you want to see Sauce Gardner following, you know, the best guy all the time. But as far as the scheme, you know, the scheme is the scheme. I can't be mad at the all defensive coordinator because he want to coach to win. Like, that's his game. He don't sit down with me and do the game plan.
Mismatch.
Right,
Trying to find
you know,
mismatches. You know what I mean?
because guess what? Just because I got Patrick Surtain on this side, right, don't mean I can't bracket the other receiver on the other side with a linebacker and a safety. So now I just put you in a bad position where I got two on your best and my best on your, you know, your mediocre. So now I made you come to my best. So it's all scheming and type stuff right there, you know.
Yeah, and it's a skill set too. That's why you have field corners, you have boundary corners, you have nickel corners. It's also a skill set to where if I'm a dominant boundary corner, and you put me at nickel corner now what I'm good at is gone because I have space to work with, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's a matter of skill set too, no matter what level.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, I got Will Hathaway said, congratulations, she, on winning the state championship. You know,
appreciate you, Will. Appreciate you.
I'm telling you, man, that was an interesting game, bro. That was an interesting game.
It went exactly how I thought, too.
It went how you expected. It ain't how you thought, bro.
Oh, you know, I actually thought I thought this one out. I'm cerebral with this, man.
So you knew it was
I'm being real cocky this show. I'm just telling you right now.
As you should. As you should. Hey, D, I wouldn't expect nothing less, right? Like, as you should. But I'm just saying, I'm looking like, man, this game is going interesting. Interesting. All right, cool.
Shout out to Talik Hill, man. He's a really good player.
Man.
I don't know what's going on, but he's a really good player.
He might want to sign up for DM recruiting. The thing is, I think he needs some extra help on that side. But also I think B, what we need to start doing, and I know P and Dan, when y'all working with your kids, you really got to have a sit down with some of these guys and try to figure out where their mental is. Some guys have these type of mental complexes where the thought pattern is, I should be playing on this level. And I'm only looking for this level. So you get guys that miss out on schools because they're kind of overlooking certain opportunities, you know. But
and I don't know what his situation is over there. I don't know if it's grades or whatever it is. I don't know. But if he didn't have the type of running back that we had in my school, he's really the best in the state. Like he's,
you know, that's going to be the big argument.
Yeah,
it's definitely a big argument there.
Yeah, so I don't know what his situation is, but he's real deal.
B, what you got cooking for me?
So next up we have this play. It happened a few weeks ago, right? But a lot of shit happened. Pause it. Stop. God damn it. Wait a fucking minute. Hold on. 1, 2. All right. So pick it up here. We're gonna go full screen, and a lot of things happened in this play, and I want somebody explain to me what happened? Where was the breakdown at?
Yeah, running back a couple of times. Well, what happened was, go Dogs. That's what happened.
Look at his stance. 7 stance is so bad.
And he just went behind 9 people and said, "Fuck it."
And said, "Go Dogs."
Oh.
I'm gonna let. I'm
So
gonna
how
let
do you
everybody
how
Run that back.
does the defense supposed to communicate this?
Well,
Run it back.
I know how they're supposed to communicate.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I know exactly what happened. So sad. Go Dogs.
Okay, so break it down for us.
I defer to my illustrious guest, my friend.
What the fuck, sir?
No, because you got to see how they just play the game with their eyes, man. You see, they got the tackle offset, playing with the defensive eyes. Clearly, they all ran down. Look, you see, you got 3 guys running to the 1 guy outside. So there's clearly a big miscommunication from what the defensive coordinator sent in. I know that for sure. Like, unless that defensive coordinator, who's probably was there, ain't there no more. Like, that was a really big miscommunication where you got 3 guys hot to the bubble, I think. And your safety, which probably was the guy in the middle of the field, I'm guessing. I don't know. Like, it's just a big miscommunication. Like, they should have been in man, but the formation threw them off. But, hey, that's just my opinion. I told you I want to get my guys check it out. I wanted to hear what they got to say.
First, I don't think they understood right there who the ineligible guy was.
Yeah.
Everybody's eyes are on pre-snap, so I can't see is that 57 there.
Yeah.
First thing you gotta do is know that he's ineligible. Once you
Gotta know
declare
that
that, this is just a 3-man surface.
There is a buzzing. I don't know where that buzzing coming from, B.
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely yours though. No, say something. No,
I muted. Now I'm unmute.
hold on. Nope, that's not you, sir. That's Coach Sheed.
Oh, it's all the rings in the background. I'm gonna go out and.
Oh my God.
My bad. Yeah, that's me.
It's the resistance of sound waves through all these rings.
He told me it was gonna be one of those shows, y'all. He told me that it was gonna be a big flex type of show, y'all.
Let me know if I'm good. You still hear it?
No, I don't hear that.
No, I don't hear it.
Right, we good.
It was the rings clinking and all that noise.
Yeah, my apologies.
I mean, there's obviously a little bit of smoke and mirrors here. They do have a tackle over and then have him out to look like a block. I mean, if you ask me, this is going to be tossed to the boundary, right? Some type of outside run play. They got a heavy body over there to help guide the way, lead the way, and Tennessee bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just very, very well schemed. Probably broke a tendency here or have shown this before. It's probably not the first time they ran this formation. I don't know. I don't have all their, I didn't break them down that week. Same thing for Georgia's probably broke down Tennessee's defense to show. I don't know, man. It's cat and mouse football, you know?
Yeah. Nah, like I said,
They definitely have a tendency on that.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely see miscommunication because there's no reason even why, of all people who's come screaming down the free safety, like anything, you're supposed to just sit and chill. But everything bumped over and just screamed down. Look at it, you got 4 guys. 4 guys out here worried about the one dude. Like,
I don't know what the score is here, but there may be one of those positions at 14-10, it looks like. So, it's one of those where like they absolutely need to stop. Sometimes you play a little bit unsound because you've got to go stop the bleeding. You got to go make a stop right here, right now, and it bites you. So maybe, who knows, man? Somebody get tired and got subbed out. You never know what the case is there, right?
Hey, Brandon, bottom line, go Dogs.
Sir, just cut it out, sir.
Listen, man, real interesting week in college football, man.
No, it was a lot of fighting. They was fighting, but everybody had something to get off their chest after the game.
Man. Ryan Day goes down again. Fran Brown in the year is up. It's a real good week in college football, bro.
Back again, Sheet.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Really good week in college football.
The Clippers, something.
He trying to cool off all of those rings, he over there. Can't help himself, you know. He probably got the people ushering in all of this, the bottles of champagne and stuff. So
Nah, man, I don't be drinking, man. I be
yeah,
chilling.
I know. Pure H2O. What you got? You got a play breakdown for me? I seen
All
the
right.
play
So
breakdown.
no. So yes, I do, and I don't have that. Right. So
Okay.
I thought about this. Me and DM talked about it earlier. We didn't really put it together professionally level yet, but I want to throw it out there. So I want to not week by week because we do this every 2 weeks. Let's go through a pre-snap read for position by position, right? So let's say we start with the quarterback, and go through as he walking up to the line. What is the pre-snap read for a high school quarterback walking up to the line? And we're gonna do position by position. Like next week, we might go linebacker, then we go running back. You know what I mean? Like pre-snap read. So, we want to start with. You want to start with the safety? You want to start with the quarterback? Because I know that we've been back and forth with this.
Whatever don't get me cussed out.
So, I'm not in the business. That's nobody else. Sleep. All right, so let's go with free safety. So
Yes.
so let's start.
I
with
was
free
right,
safety. Now,
y'all. Free safety. I
So-
won.
Now, with that being said, if we're going to do this correctly, do we have to have a formation, or is it just standards that we walk up to the line and we look at?
I say just leave it basic. Leave it basic. Every scenario
So we're
changes
gonna go
everything.
spread.
Okay.
So we're gonna go spread single high.
I like it. That's my life.
All right, spread single high as a free safety walking up. What are you looking for pre-snap?
Now it just depends on are you playing a match zone or a true zone. So that's going to affect.
This is like an hour-long conversation right here.
Yes.
It depends on
That's
what
why
your
we
team
make
is, right?
these conversations.
Are you going all man, or is it man zero? Is it a true drop zone, a match zone?
I'm gonna work on my stuff.
I really want him to be calling the strength of the passing strength. So he's the one
Okay.
identifying where's all the receivers, who can get vertical right now, and he's got to make a call. I split my front and my DBs, right? So my linebackers and line can go right, and my DBs can all be strong left.
Yep.
Which is pretty common because I'm not worried about a tight end getting vertical on me right now. So tight end will give me the strength, and the extra receivers will give me the passing strength. And then it's all scheme, my man. After that, right? It's what is he doing that rep?
Mhm.
How involved is your free safety in your run game?
Mhm.
Is it you place, like Spill Force Alley, like the JDFB system, or is your free safety going to be? Is he a 3-4 free safety, or he might have to roll down and be the force?
Mhm.
So it can get very, very variable pretty quick.
Yep.
But pre-snap, I mean, he needs to know where the guys can go right now. That if he's your post safety, which
Mhm.
I'm going to assume he is, if he's your free safety, your strong safety is going to come play the run.
Mhm.
Then he's looking for that vertical threat right now. Field and boundary, he's got to know kind of which is which there as well. If that's how you play your guys, because obviously he needs to know where's the big hole that they can throw to.
Mhm.
And he needs to know, like, where's the high school quarterback actually going to throw the ball, right? If my field is to my left and I've got a whole bunch of receivers over there, he's probably not going to have to go out and track that number one receiver, because high school quarterbacks at our level, I'm a small school, y'all are big.
You see
That quarterback is not throwing the vert to the number one to the field. You know what I mean? The guy out there on the
Nah.
he's not getting it there. So so that's his pre-snap reads, pretty quickly. And then you can get as in-depth as you want. You can automatic check some stuff that week. If the placement of the back matters, he probably be checking that anyway, make sure they can't get quads on you real fast, right? With the back out, if he flares out. Lots of stuff, Brandon. Lots and lots of
Yeah,
stuff.
you that's a loaded question.
And I listen, we just want different perspectives, to see what everybody brain is thinking. Pete, get in on this conversation, man. What you got there?
Hey, first thing like you said, especially being in the single high, is where's the immediate right now. We do the same thing as far as splitting the front and the back end guys. So our free safety, and we put a lot on this kid. We've been putting a lot on him. I'm speaking just personally now. We put a lot on him since he started playing for us since he was a freshman. So going into his sophomore year, he had to learn just a lot on the fly. But the first thing I like to do is just simplify it in a way to where's the immediate right now, right? Once we get that immediate, then everything else is just play ball in
Mm-hmm.
simple terms. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
know where it is immediately, and then he's become smart enough to really start to understand and with motions and things like that,
Okay.
where we're rocking and rolling and things like that. So yeah, immediately find out what's immediately happening right now.
Mm-hmm. So now when B gave me this, I was like, for me, I need to know a lot. I need to know down the distance. I need to know what's killing me. You know what I mean? Is this team a big air raid type team, or they, or they a wing T team? And I got to look out for waggle and stuff like that. So that's how I looked at this whole question. So the first thing I want my guy to honestly understand is, okay, the type of team that we're playing. Understand we talked about all week in practice, right? So we're playing the wing T team. We know it's a 3rd and 8 or more. Obviously, Waggle's coming, and I'm looking for that tight end slant coming across the middle type of thing. If it's not one of those type of situations and it's a spread team, and then obviously, we got another 3rd and 8 long type situation. If we're in our cover 3, just play deep third, like we talked about all the time, middle of the field. Pardon me, fellas. And then, like you guys said, identifying who's the threat. And then just communicate, being able to be a general. Making sure the corners know what the coverage is called, who's the threats, where to get to. Make sure the linebackers understand who has the threats are and what we're doing, and this way we're good to go. So that's what I feel like as far as our pre-snap read for our safeties, he's really the coach on the field. He has to make sure that we kind of got the coverages out. Sometimes even the blitz, you want to make sure he got everything. So that way he just understands who's blitzing and where the hole in the defense is going to be. But that's how we rock it.
So
Not
are
bad,
y'all
boys.
looking for I muted you, Coach C, because your noise was getting kind of loud. So whenever you're ready, just push the button. So I had a coach that told me they want a 6'5" safety. They want him to be able to see everything on the field. They want him real tall. I don't necessarily agree that he didn't have to be that big. You know what I mean? Um, so what are you looking for in in your free safety? Like, does he have to have a certain height? I know me. I want you to be able to cover sideline to sideline. You gotta have the speed and the football awareness to see what is going on, be able to read and move. You know what I mean? So I know everybody is not really different, so you got to work with whatever you get. So does height really matter to y'all?
And that spot to me, no, right? The only thing that matters to me in that spot is 2 things. One, are you cerebral? Like, can you understand what's happening? Because again, you have to be one of the smarter guys on the field. And 2, are you it's not a fear, but are you nervous? Because I want you to always be my last line defense. So I don't want you too antsy. So for me, it's look at that. See that sheet? I don't need rings, baby. It's like Ric Flair. Whoa! They come out for me. So for me, it's more so skill set over size in a lot of positions. We talking high school. Okay, in high school, I don't know, maybe because he's on the non-public circuit, maybe he could be picky like that. But I mean, I've even seen him you just need the best available. So, college might want to be they're looking for a certain size guy. Like maybe that's how they can look at it. I'm with you, Dan. Like a smaller level thing. I ain't really too worried about the height of the guy. And honestly, if I got a 6'5" guy, his hand is in the dirt. But that's just DM. That ain't nobody else. You go ahead and put that guy back there all you want. We gonna run the ball. The best bet is bringing 6'2" or 6'3", whatever, down in the box and let him get down and dirty with it. But you guys, let me know what y'all think about that.
I'm big on. That's probably where your best athlete ought to play, right? So if you've got just a guy that can just run the field sideline to sideline and tackle, I think at my level in ball, you got to be able to defend the pass, but we're doing things that are a little more complex than others. So I generally don't need like a drop back in the middle of the field and cover take the 2 middle guys out of a 4 vert for a cover 3 lookers. I'm not looking for that. We're gonna pattern match stuff. So if he's the best player on the field, he's generally agile. He's got some speed. He has some correction to him.
Mhm.
He can read a little bit of football smart. So that's kind of the guy I'm looking for. I don't care if he is 5'2" or 7'2".
Because he's far enough. He's 12 yards off. I mean, God dang, looking for a telescope,
Right.
a lighthouse. What are
Yeah.
you looking for back there? Shit.
So we, that's how we kind of play it there in years that I have been the coordinator on defense. That's what we're looking for, is just the dude that can go.
All right. P, what you think about that?
Yeah, I need that guy to be rangy, man. And like you said, you got to know if he's a nervous guy, because the safety, you have to go make tackles.
Yeah.
So if we have guys, I tell my guys, even when it comes to, DB corner, I say, if you're off at 12, right, and you're worried about somebody beating you vertically, we can't have you here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So if you're too antsy and you're getting up out of there, you're not making plays that are a little bit underneath you, then those are the guys that we just can't have. So he got to be, just rangy enough, and whether that's, getting into a deep drop, or whether that's coming up and making a play in the run, but he has to be able to cover those grounds.
One more question. B, what size he said he want that corner to be? I mean, that
It
safety
was
to
like
be?
it was like 6 foot. We had 3 of them come in this year as freshmen. 3
Nah,
of
you
them.
said like 6. You gave me some
Yeah.
crazy
Wow.
number. You said
One
6'5".
of them is one of them is 6 foot. One of them was like 6'1". And
Okay.
the other one was a little bit. It was like maybe about taller than that, but yeah.
No, I get it. I was
Yeah,
just saying because the average height
Yeah.
on a Division I guy, he averages about like 6 feet, 6 feet to what from 5'8"? No, not 5'8". About 6 feet, 6'1". That's like the average Division I safety. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, you got some freaks out there that just go out there and can be 6'2s and 6'3s, but once you get you a guy like you said, 6'4", 6'5", ain't nobody gonna be back there for him. He gotta either go to outside receiver, he gonna come down in the box and put his hand in the dirt, or rush off the edge. That's how it go. See what you got on this. I mean, we kind of sound like, I know you're gonna be in the same type of time we on.
Yeah, I don't need, unless he's just like a freakish athlete. So I'm guessing they're kind of comparing him to the Baltimore safety Hamilton, where he's playing multiple spots at 6'4", and he played at Notre Dame. He's 6'4", but those things don't happen a lot. And you see how the Ravens are using him. They're moving him down in the box. They're playing him off the edge. So, again, everything is based off of skill set. You can't just have a 6'5" guy back there just because he's 6'5".
Middle school basketball, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. HG and P. I don't know if y'all been watching the Bosco, right? They got a young kid, Makai Allen, I believe his name is. He's about 6'3", 6'4"-ish.
And they moved him right down to the backs.
But they brought him right down the outside linebacker, Dan, like is what I'm telling you. Now, he could do a lot of stuff. He freak. He could return kicks. He could play in the box. He could play deep. But again, on this level, in this world, eventually that don't stay back there. Eventually that has to come down. They're going to put the weight on it, and then he has to kind of know how to mix it up. So, but I like the hope and ambition, B, that he got that he can get that 6'5" guy, 6'3" guy back there. I mean, but don't have no 6'5", 6'3" safety.
Well, I just
and a 5'5" nose guard. That ain't gonna cut no checks. We just running power. I'm telling you, that same Georgia formation, we bang, bang, just running power on it all day long. So you gonna bring 6'5" to me, or I'm gonna bring this to 6'5". Just going downhill records.
I know a lot of coaches that look at kids and put them in a certain position.
No, I think every coach does that, right? We all listen. You could be walking down the halls of a school. You could be walking in the mall. Like it's coach's eyes are coach's eyes, man. You see a kid, and eventually you don't even know what he can do. You're just looking at a kid, you're like, oh, you 6'8"? You could be a nice offensive tackle. That because this is just how we compute things. But obviously, from what you see, to when you get them into that practice, get them into that weight room, get them around, then you learn. Okay, I thought you was gonna probably be here, but
can't
you
even move his feet.
But then, like Mike Tomlin was saying, I think all of our guys agree. No lazy coaching. Coach is coach.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get that 6'5", 6'6" guy to learn how to play the outside, the tackle or the guard spot best you can, whether he picking it up or not. We are selling out so that this kid knows how to do that. Same thing when you got on the defensive line. You know, I got a kid that's 6'5", long arms. Listen, I know he probably will be a decent tight end, but we selling out for this because we understand next level, this is where he's going to get the offer. And that's what it's about. Like I said, coach's eyes just want to try to figure out the best possible way to put that kid in a position to obtain the offer. It's our job. Our job is to get him from here to here. Now, once he get there, like I think you said that earlier, once you get next level, boom, that's their job. You know what I mean? But from the beginning to just getting to that next level, that's where, like I said, you'll see those coaches' glasses come on real good, you know, with the bifocal at the bottom so you actually look real close in it. That's when you're going to see us really digging in and going, yeah, he looked like he'd be a hell of a receiver. Look, you see his hands, see how long his arms are. Like, you know, that's how it goes. And then, like I said, he proves us right or he proves us wrong. So that's what I know.
Definitely.
Was that you just gave me a ticket? This is a speeding ticket. I was
No, sir.
I gotta watch him.
No,
I gotta watch him.
Taking notes, sir. Taking notes.
Oh, okay. Don't have nobody in Baltimore ready to take me out because I'm over here criticizing them for what 6'3" safeties and stuff. I just drove back. I don't want no ticket for no cop. Like, ain't you the guy that was on the show? Come on, man. Don't have me out here looking bad in the BMO.
Did y'all see the hit on Trevor Lawrence today?
Yeah, it's pretty
Man, listen,
bro. Okay, great. Listen, man. Crazy. That's all you can say.
So you
about.
had two questions about Jersey football.
Okay, let's tap into it.
You want both of them? Okay, cool. I got you. Don't need
you want me more than an hour, as always. You know.
No, we're making good time right now. We got 20 minutes left, and then we're gonna hit into DM recruiting, and that's gonna take some time.
That always does. That always does.
Yeah, that's what they might be. That's what everybody be waiting on. They be like, when y'all gonna get to the DM recruiting?
Where's that game film at?
So, this is the question that I've seen so far. We've had.
Here we go.
Hey, listen. I think they turned the curve. I think it's turned the curve, but now, of course, D, like I was telling you, we've had our state champions this week, right? So the best North Jersey team was been playing the best South Jersey team. Okay, so we did our smaller school, which is Group 1, and I think our biggest school, which is Group 5, right? Publix. We've had our non-public A and Bs. Now, non-public A and Bs don't really kind of go north. They do north-south all through their bracket. You know, like I think Camden Catholic had to go all the way up to Pope John. All right. I think so you know, the non-public one don't. Like, that's why this conversation, it's not a non-public conversation, but it does have non-public in it. So P, my thoughts is, now you being in Bayonne, you seeing Union City. Now, Dan, Union City has beat everybody by at least 21 or better on just wing team. Quarterback is throwing the ball 2 to 3 times a game. It's just surgical. Like before they got to this game, which was the regional championship, the North 1 regional versus North 2 regional, they beat that team 41 to 14. No, they shut them out. They shut East Orange out. I think it was 41-0 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So, same thing with Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove is our small school North 1 champion, and they just kind of went through their section like a hot knife through butter. I mean, really, really bad. Shout out to Dame Harrison, North East Side coach in the building. I hear you got them kids in the background. Hit the mute button. So the situation is, for a long time, and I don't know how it is in OKD, the South Jersey was always allegedly saying that, well, North Jersey always said South Jersey was not good. South Jersey football is not good. So I don't know if you got that where you got an East and a West and okay like that, but that's kind of what we have here. but now it has been evident that there's a shift. Now, granted, I know Old Japan, which is one of our northern schools, won today, but that really don't matter because for what I seen on Friday night, after I watched Sheet hold up another trophy, big shout out to you, Sheet. Those two teams that I said that wiped out their whole region was wiped out in the biggest game in New Jersey. Like it was just diabolical. Toms River North beat the Union City team that I told you that beat everybody by 21 or better. They beat them 41-14.
Whew.
In the biggest game in New Jersey. Like at this point, this is not supposed to happen. Like you heard what she said. I like what you said earlier. It's like this is how I expected it to be. Now, when she played Pope John the first game of the season, it was a lot to a little. It was as he would get on the stage and say, "We smoked their boots." He smoked their boots. Okay. The second time was a little gritty. You know what I mean? He had to kind of put some boxing gloves on and try to bob and weave, get a couple jabs in, and they delivered a knockout punch to eventually win the title. Because at this point of the season, that's what you're looking for. The fans, everybody's coming out. The best from the one side to the best to the other side. It should not be that bad. The Glassboro played Cedar Grove. And the Cedar Grove team, Dame could tell you, Dame, I believe Cedar Grove beat another one, B. D, listen, Cedar Grove beat a lot of teams by what? 28
plus.
points?
Yep, 20 plus.
And the quarterback has thrown for about over 3,000 yards in this one season. They get out to the big matchup. We're in MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the Jets, right? You don't want to look bad here. They give up 402 rushing yards on the ground to one running back. And then I want to say that final score was, let me look that up. Dame, you got that? P, y'all got that score? I'm telling you, it wasn't a good look. I shouldn't even be looking right now.
It was like 40, it was like 41-14 or something like that.
Yeah, it was bad.
41. No, 56-14.
56-14.
You make it no better for him. Good.
Yeah, he had 20 carries, 402 rushing yards, and 4 TDs.
So on the biggest stage, how does it happen where these teams, now I'm telling you, Dan, this was not a thing that would happen. It's not how it would go. Some North Jersey team will win more than the South Jersey team. And honestly, because of population, that's why it's kind of like that. There's a lot more guys in the North than there's the South, I would say. So
Right.
you never really seen it like in this type of discrepancy. But for our two best teams, I would say in our area, to get railroaded like that, I think the conversation has to come up. Is South Jersey football overwhelmingly better than North Jersey football? I'm gonna let P, because you're new to the show, obviously. You give me your take on what you think.
Hey D, I'm the same as you, man. I was out there on Friday. So I'll say the Union City game was a little bit different than the Cedar Grove game.
Okay.
Football is football. It's about 14-0. Union City comes out, returns a good kick, they score. Toms River North ends up punting the ball, fumble. Now fumble shift the game, man. So after that fumble, everything just went downhill. Union City battled tough, but at some point, man, I saw 6'5", 6'6" left tackles. I don't know where these kids from South Jersey coming from, but they big, man. I thought I saw big up here. They big.
Yeah.
They big.
They move in the crowd. And
as far as the Glassboro game, that kid, that running back that we speak of, I said from the first carry, the Cedar Grove kids don't want to tackle this kid.
Kenny
You know what I'm
Smith.
saying?
That's his name, Kenny Smith.
They ain't want to tackle him.
Nope.
He was going to have a day regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that they were a little more outmatched in the Union City Toms River game. But for the last few years that I did see, I'm a North Jersey guy through and through, but South Jersey looking like they got it, man.
So, hey, Dan, I'm going to let you have a little bit of it for a minute. The kid, Kenny Smith from Glassboro, had 20 carries, 402 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns in that game.
In a championship game.
In the championship game. Now, trust me, that's remarkable. Now, Then how is it in Oklahoma? Do you have it like we have it here, where the North play the South for the big one, or East versus West for the big one? What's set up?
I mean, it's just individual schools or whatever, but it seems like Eastern Oklahoma has ran pretty rampant in our biggest class. So we have Tulsa in the east, and Oklahoma City's north, or excuse me, in the central Oklahoma, but we consider that west because you go past OKC, it's the desert out there, so there's not actual humans or whatever. So very small town football out that way. So the big 6A1 schools, man, the East has been running it for years and years and years. One of the schools I was at last year, Owasso's undefeated going into the state championship this year.
Okay.
Bixby is the team that probably everybody has heard of just because their offense is hot flying and it's pretty nationally known. And it looks like I think it's Owasso Bixby again this year. That's like the third time in 4 years or something that's been the matchup. I don't know. Bixby's really good. They're 9 out of the last 10. They've won 9 out of the last 10 championships. So at this point, anyone beating them is kind of the it's them against the state. But I think Owasso probably got it this year. I'm not 100% sure. That Owasso beat them to start the season, week 1. They played and Owasso got them. And I think Bixby kind of took that personally. They went on a little tear. So, but no, we don't necessarily have the North versus South. It's East versus West, but the West really can't keep up right now.
I figured that
it's the East versus itself.
Now I'm gonna go into this sheet. Now check this out. I feel like as a retired coach, I have to say that out loud. Okay.
What?
I feel like the reason why this is happening is because the South Jersey guys, for the teams that I've seen, like using Glassboro as an example, they're not going, how can I put it without making nobody feel bad? They understand the mission that if you are good, they will find you. Like I'm going to say it like that. With the kid, I don't know if Dan, they got a kid named Keon Saab, played safety at Michigan during the national champion run, and now he's at Alabama right now. He has 2 younger brothers at Glassboro, right? So it's obviously he understands, like, just stay there. They'll find you. Trust me. It's because he went. Now it's interesting because he went to IMG, I think, and then he went to Williamsport or somewhere else, vice versa. But he understood the mission. In this dynamic of where we are in North Jersey, the mission is kind of put out there by certain people that in order to get to that next level, you have to go where Sheed is, right?
And now they flipping it too. That's a little shot.
Right. Now it's don't go there no more. Go somewhere else and they'll find you, but you got to only go to somewhere else, right? So, it's
look at Dame.
Because Dame know, man, and Pete get it too, man.
Listen, man.
So I'm gonna give it to you, Dame, but I just feel like that's why we've seen that big flip, because if you can at least keep some of your guys, then I think it got something. Like I always use the story of back in the day when Will Hill was in East Orange. He was the #1 player in New Jersey. Went down to the University of Florida and played with you, I believe, Brandon, with Baltimore for a good while. Will Hill did his thing. He was the best kid in East Orange and the state. And he went to St. Peter's. And then the other kids went to East Orange. And within their 4 years of high school, they both won state champions. Some guys went from East Orange, went on big time. Some obviously we just talked about how Will went big time. So it made sense. Then that's when you had the North Jersey was just wiping out South Jersey in those type of times. Now, I mean, if you're not playing for Sheed or for Sheed's head coach brother, what's his name? Dom, right? Dom Campanella in Bergen?
Vito.
If you're not playing for them two, why? I'm retired, so I can say what I want to say. It's 4 years in a row in Oradell. You just held up 4 rings. I'm trying to figure out, could we get a return to sender on the other guys? You feel me? Hey, Dave, hey, P, can we get a return to sender? I already sent the memo out to Seton Hall. If you at the Hall, give me a call. Like, you might as well just stop playing, man. Like, them runner-ups. The runner-ups. Damn, you got the floor. I'm gonna walk around and shut my mouth. You feel me?
I listen, man. I love the topic. First off, especially with the battle between North Jersey and South Jersey, and being that they finally made it a one state champion situation with not having so many state champions, made it really good. So it gives you an opportunity to see if the South is actually really better than the North. And
Mm-hmm.
then, not to mention that we do a North versus South All Star game also, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that comes into play. And then you take the best of the best from the South and the best of the best from the North. But now the dynamic changes because you get guys that's going to college early that don't really play in the game, and then so you really never get that dynamic. So you never really get to really see. But if you look at the overall best of the best, they don't beat the North too much. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like those games don't go too well. But then you get, overall team ball and things like that. Like I think their dynamic is a little different and a lot quieter than it is in the North.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have 37 high schools in one city and things like that. They don't
Right.
have charter school situations in every town. Just they might have it in Camden. I think Camden has a charter school situation down there, but in a majority of those other cities, it's just one town, one high school, and they're just gonna be that group, and that's just what it is. And so you're taking a one town, one high school, and they're classifying that school as a group 3 or a group 2 or a group 1 or whatever the group is, and then you're taking the different dynamic with what's going on. I'm not taking away from the coaching at all, but the dynamics are different. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You're dealing with different things in different situations. So again, that's another thing too. Like, what does the transfer rule look like down there? Like that transfer rule is not the same as it is in the north. You know what I'm saying? Like, are the state rules being applied everywhere? We would never know that up north. So I know it's me talking, and I kind of got a special guest sitting right here, Don. You might
I'm
like this.
hearing,
You,
I'm
you
hearing
might
noise.
like this. So I'm gonna flip the camera and let you see who that is right there, yo.
Ah, Coach Logan in the house. Everybody, let me introduce my guy. She, it's just a tough night for me right now. She, okay, she won another title. I can't keep up. My guy here, Brian Logan Jr., won the Soul Bowl from against my alumni. Man, it's just
Cut it
no
out.
fireworks, no fireworks
That
for
was
them.
huge.
No fireworks for them, man. But big shout out to you, Lo, man. As you can hear from the conversation, we talking North versus South. Clearly, you're in the South versus South. You're clearly the better North, right? So we kind of got that out the way.
South killing
But
it.
yeah, but now I'm gonna ask you because I remember last year. I remember it was like 2 years ago. You guys against Mountain Lakes, I believe, big championship game, went head to head, really good matchup. And then Mountain Lakes had to play Woodbury, I believe, that time. And then Woodbury just like dusted them off. Now, I also think that we all agree that styles do make fights.
That's it for sure.
Styles do make fights. So because we have already spoken about, and even some of my friends that live down there was saying we was really expecting to play Weequahic High School because they knew that they had athletes that could keep up with the athletes. So maybe when we talk about that big Glassboro game, Dan, with that kid having 402 rushing yards, maybe if it was a different type of team that they was going against that day, maybe it's not 402 because now it's not an 80-yard run because you can just naturally athletically outrun dudes. Now you got some guys to work on. But B, man, what's up, man? Welcome to the show, man. We live in the Coach's Corner.
It's all about matchups, man. You know that. And that's
like you
just
just
what
said.
it's a matchup thing, man. But that's just like those guys down there killing it, bro. They don't have as much to worry about, I should say, as far as like, the like Dane said, the overall demographics of it being 1,000 schools in your area picking from the same kids. Like most of the time, and I heard somebody told me that team that beat Cedar Grove is just the same 14U team that was out there before. Like they've all been together for a minute. It ain't like like up here in the suburbs, you get it. Like they know what they're getting. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta pick out the pumpkin patch, and then I might get the best player this year. They might get the best player next year, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not like everybody's going to the same school and playing together. That like you
Right.
talk about 6'5" linemen. Like if you look at Eastside up front, they got 6'5" linemen across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's like who's coming out right after Pop Warner, or who's or who or you know what I'm saying, like, or who's waiting till their junior year to play football. Now you got to teach them the game before they actually get, become a dog or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
it's like shit, like in North just alone, like within a 2.5 mile radius, you got us, you got Weekway, you got Shabazz, you got Central, like, you know what I'm saying? And then if you
Yeah.
go up the street, it's West Side, and then it's like, could you imagine if those kids were playing like together for a program?
Together.
Like it'd be
Yeah.
crazy. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But
Yeah.
unfortunately, that doesn't happen. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So
Okay.
down there, you get it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like
get
down there,
that. Yeah. You get
bro.
that combination of the three schools,
And they
basically.
they getting bust to school.
Yeah, you getting bused to school. I mean, it's just different, bro.
Not making
Mm-hmm.
excuses or
But it's
taking
not.
anything
It's not
from
an
it.
excuse. It's just.
No.
It's.
Yeah. No
It's
excuse,
just.
but I just,
It's
like I
just.
said, I felt like this is a reason why. Because no one's gonna really explain it like how we're explaining it. Like this is a
Mhm.
reason why I do see a shift in
Oh
what's
yeah.
happening from the North Jersey to the South Jersey.
Oh yeah. Check it out. Like, God. Like let's keep it a buck. God. Like, if the best kid don't go to St. Joe's and he go to Glassboro, let's say, like how more dangerous are they now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like to keep all them kids under one roof is absolutely nuts.
Yeah. Hey
It's like a
B, what is it like in Baltimore? Do you got like a North
So
Baltimore
I
versus
just
South
pulled this.
Baltimore?
No, so listen, right? So I just pulled this up. This is
Okay.
just our 1A bracket for this year. These are and these just the public schools. These not the private schools. None of that. These are just public schools. This is just 1A.
Uh-huh.
So you have to get the city teams go first. Then you gotta go out to the county. As the county teams go first, and then I guess based on record, because in the city we gotta have a neutral location. It's a little confusing sometimes trying to keep up with all this, but it's no north, south, east, west. We actually yesterday that's a fucking lie. It is for the first two rounds. For the first two rounds it is, and then I guess they do away with all that shit because you could get to the second round and have to go and play somebody different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
because
not.
I'm
So I don't
looking
know
at
how they.
I don't know how this works. Because I'm looking at Green Street they annihilated Benjamin Franklin, they annihilated Reginald, and then I don't see Green Street no more. I don't know what happened with that. But on the other side, I see Forest Hill killed this Algery team. They killed Clear Spirit. Had a good one against Cambridge, but this is what I'm talking about. You notice how as the
Yeah,
games
Green
get
Street jumped
closer,
all the way down
the
here
scores
and
get
had to
closer.
play C.
Scores, yeah.
So then there's no argument or parity or anything at this point. Hey Dan, the game got closer, the score got worse. It's
Yeah,
like it's
some of
just
this shit. Some of
remarkable
this shit.
how remarkable how that just goes out like that. And I get it, but hey, that's what it is. Which
So all y'all know Dunbar, right? All y'all know Dunbar from down here,
Yeah, I used to
Dunbar
recruit
High School.
Dunbar.
Yeah, Dunbar. They championship next weekend down at the Naval Academy because all our championship games are down at Naval Academy. So they on a 51 game winning streak.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's nice, man.
shit crazy.
That's nice.
They
Hey,
but
Key,
last week
congratulations,
they
man.
won.
I ain't get to tell you
They won 6
congratulations
to
about
nothing
a
in
baby boy.
overtime.
What's that school down there? What's that school I met a kid at? Archbishop
Amanda?
Steppenat? Archbishop Steppenat.
We got
Malort.
Archbishop Curley, and then we got
Curley.
Archbishop Spalding.
Spalding.
Yeah.
Solid unit. I met a kid out there. Huh?
Yeah, that's the one in the county. Curley is
Oh,
in the
okay.
city. Spalding is in the county, but they just redid
Well,
all that. They got
they spread out
big ass
too,
field.
Don. They spread out down there. I
Okay.
spent a little time in Baltimore.
Yeah.
When I played arena football down there, and I went to a
Baltimore
couple,
Blacks.
couple things, and caught a couple games and seen some things while my time down there, and it's very spread out down there. But then they still have the city dynamic. So
Mm.
in Baltimore, there's a bunch of schools, but then on the outskirts, you do have the same situation, and it's interesting because in certain states in the local cities, it's just jam packed, and they try because there's so many people. They try to spread everybody out instead of just keeping it one high school or two high schools. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because you can't accommodate everybody to one high school, but that's not true. If you
Right.
Baltimore,
bust
yeah.
them and you create the actual space, then you kind of filter it out. I wonder what that system actually looks like, or who makes the decision on how you create the dynamic for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just something interesting to think about. Like, who is the person that's saying, look, you know what? In the city right here, there's gonna be 12 high schools. And then we're gonna add another high school every year. So by the time you get to a certain amount of years, it's just like, what I'm saying? Like, who the person, because somebody is getting paid to make that decision. Somebody's
Uh-huh.
getting paid to make that decision. And it's just interesting, and I'm speaking on, just our dynamic alone, but
Hmm.
you'll have 37 high schools with two more high schools getting ready to open up. It's going to put us at 39. And you got 39 high schools, and you only got 7 schools that have football, right? So then you got 7 schools that have football. So everybody is looking for who's the dude. And then some coaches don't look for the dude. They're looking for somebody that's just hungry that they want to turn into a dude, right? And you got some guys that a tourniquet into a dude, and then you got the street agents, because I'm gonna call them that, right? That'll get into the guy that you turned into a dude ear and get him to transfer and go to another school. And now you got your developer program, and then you got your program with guys that's managing talent who call themselves coaches, and then you got those guys that are actually really coaching kids, and
Mm.
kids just stay there off of where they are and what they're doing, right?
Mm.
And so it's just very interesting to me because somebody getting a check somewhere, and I just wish I knew who it was so I can
Well,
actually,
I
what I'm saying?
think they got paid already. That was a Cammy Anderson organization that bought that to Newark, and I think
Lord have mercy,
my good
destroyed it.
brother Rashid, thanks y'all for that, for adding that extra dynamic to divide and conquer, because that's exactly what happened with that situation. But
Yo,
now,
it's interesting, man. It's just I would love to see the city drop
but
down to a 3 high school football program, and I'm saying 3,
yeah, yeah.
and mark my words, so with 3 high schools in the city, every single high school could be competitive.
Mm. Hmm. Well, I think long as you have the support from the city as far as policing that thing, we know how that could go. We're talking about urban community. The community also got to be involved and wanting to make sure that we understand what this mission is about. And then, you get that, then you got a happy paradise. You don't get that, then you get the whole, well, some guys are going to go here, some guys are going to go there. And that's just what you got. But like I said, I just wanted to definitely touch on that subject. I'm probably going to move forward with that subject in a latter fashion. B, what's the other topic that I have, B? I'm
Uh,
a mute Dame in a minute.
yeah, I was ready to say, damn, you about to go.
I mute myself. I got you.
Oh, I got because see, this is gonna lead to my training type of aspect. What we got going on. I'm telling you, AP, dive into this, bro. Dive into this.
Yeah,
That
man.
that is a topic right there. Oh my God.
Don't worry about it. Dan, because Brandon always thinks I'm just gonna be a New Jersey conversation guy. Always got to bring you into the loop.
I appreciate it.
Of course. Now, high school football and AAU basketball. If you understand what AAU basketball is like, it's all about a show. It's all about cameras, glitz and glamour. It's all about give me the ball, clear it out. I don't care about nobody else on my team. And as long as I'm a guy like, I don't know, Bronny James or whoever one of those dudes are that was those dudes, you go out there, you win and get big money and crazy deals, right? Football is not like that because we need 11 guys to be cohesively in sync with one mission, one goal, right, to get the job done. But I'm starting to see a lot more mixtapes on football. I'm starting to see a lot of pictures and stuff going. Hey, B, I'm serious, man. You see these guys. But if you do a deep dive into their team and their record, a lot of those guys don't hold up the trophy at the end. I think, Sheed, you might agree to that, right? Where you got a lot of the
because we're all competing for the same ones, and Sheed's got them all.
Well, you know, but he's got a few. He's got a few. But I'm just saying.
I'm going to disagree with that, yo.
I don't got them all.
And I'm gonna disagree with that.
With the AAU or the Sheed?
And just with the look. So
okay,
you have to one, create the dynamic that the kids like, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if the kids like that and that's what they're into, then you have to get into what the kids are into to try to get the kids to gravitate towards your program.
But
like,
we can't lose the standard.
I'm not saying that. So
some guys,
the reason why I'm getting into it, right? So I'm kind of taking it personally because instead of me just doing a regular photo shoot with the kids and doing all that stuff, right? I decided to do something a little different this year. I went and took pictures of my kids on a lot of the monuments in the city, right? Around the whole entire city to show that my program is a part of the city because my program gets treated like it's not a part of North.
Part of the city. Right.
You understand? And so we taking pictures in front of City Hall, in front of the military park, in front of the things like that, showing the different monuments of the city. And it's not for just for show. Yo, my school that I'm coaching at never made the playoffs in the history of the school, and for the first time this year, we made the state playoff for the first time ever. So there were things that we had to do. You know what I'm saying? To the kids. Oh my God, they doing that. Like the kids, they look at it, but then the kids still don't make the decision on what school they go to. It's the parents. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have a conversation with parents. I talk to parents. Parents like, you know what? I like everything that you're doing down here, but my son going to St. Joe's, or my son going to Don Bosco, or my son going to play football at Weekway, or my son going to play football at Shabazz. Like, at the end of the day, you can still create the dynamic, but that don't necessarily mean that you're going to get the kid. Like, I get what you're saying from that aspect, but, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, so let's play devil. Well, marketing your team. Go ahead, Dan. No, Dan,
I just want to say that the good that coach is doing there, it can't. Those other guys are doing good too. I would imagine, right? We can't get into us versus them as coaches because then it would almost seem as if you're discrediting some other staff that's probably also putting in the work.
Right.
So number one, kudos to you, coach, for trying something different, getting outside the box. I have more to say on the AAU topic, but I want to hear what you guys y'all on a way better topic than that right now, and that's just coaches doing their best to get their program on the map. And sometimes that can get into that, like this looks like AAU ball or too much. But yeah, anyway.
So I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna grab Dame. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it right where it need to be. So what I'm saying is this: like that's what Dame is speaking about is marketing his brand. You have to market your brand. This is 2024. If you're not marketing your brand, no one's coming. Like, I don't care if you got anything pumping, no one's coming. But you heard me say to Dame that the standard, we still have to keep a standard. And what gets lost is Dame at Northeast Side is building up something and trying to promote his program. And everybody in his program understand that this is just about us. Some other programs do the same cameras and videos, but it don't be for the program. It be for the kid. You be like, look at me. Look at you see me. You see me make the catch. And I'm doing all of the dances and all this other stuff. And that's the part where I'm talking about the AAU part, right? Where you used to have the N1 mixtape and this guy clear it out. It's all about the me show. So I know it's, again, I'm letting you in on this in a minute. Two different dynamics. You know, I love what Dame does, and Dame lets everybody understand that, yeah, We couldn't have Shots by Moo come by. We can have Goated come by, or whoever the cameraman is of choice. DTV, I know Rashid and them had DTV Productions come by and do their thing. Perfect. But everybody here has to understand the standard. It's about the name on the front. Okay? That's what it's about. It can't be about the name in the back. Because once you go for the name in the back, now we're not gonna be as successful as your mouth might have thought that you said you wanted to be. Brandon, go ahead, jump on it.
Sir, what if your standard is played out?
Okay.
You've,
I like that.
You've got stale, and you're not in touch with the current state that we're in. Because I know somebody who don't want to bring music. You don't want the cameras. You don't want the pictures. You have the exact same playbook from 30 years ago. You're still running the exact same stuff. Like, it's not. And
I
these
got
kids be
you.
like, I'm not playing. And I'm telling you, we have athletes in the school, and they
Right.
don't want to sign up.
Okay.
I seen this at the youth level as well, at a rec center. You got 95 kids in the rec center, but you going all the way across town to get kids. You can't get 22 kids out this rec center to play football.
Damn,
You got to go all the way
shit.
across town to get kids. Like, that's crazy, and everybody
And
know you.
y'all
You know what I
sound
mean?
like y'all got to
That's
open it for
tough.
DM. Hey, they-
But hey, Don, Baltimore has indoor football.
Hey, P, we going to Baltimore, baby.
No, so
We
we
got-
don't have that.
They do it. I've
pay out
seen it.
your ass for the indoor arena.
Yeah, they do. I've seen it. Yo, so I played arena football for the Baltimore Mariners, right? I was on that undefeated team. They had the only undefeated championship ever in the history of arena football. We had to go to some of them games because we was just watching, and every team that played indoor looked like an NFL team. You had the Colts, they had the Colts symbol on the helmet. You had the Ravens, they had the Ravens symbol, Chargers, whatever. Everybody looked like who they was a part of, right? But these kids are playing football all year round, yo.
And
All year
that's
round.
another problem. But that's another conversation.
So with this the AAU look type thing going on, man, we have to be very careful with that here in Oklahoma because, and just like y'all, we're not that different. We got a lot of little small schools that those kids will never be seen. Right? I'm trying to. We're getting on DM recruiting here in a little bit. We're going to look at one of our players, and you know, and I mean, I showed y'all running back. This should probably have at least a D2 offer by now, right? But people just can't find them. So, for instance, I just came from one of the top programs in the school last year, and I had a kid whose parents paid a camera crew to be at every game just to take pictures of their kids. And it's not necessarily
like that.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the me or I'm better than the team, but it's like I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my kid to the next level, right? And so I mean, I think that's part of it, right? We put NIL as money, so now it is a business. So now we are like, you better do advertisement for your business, and your business is your kid. You better go put out an advertisement for them.
Yeah.
Get them picked up at the next level and keep them going. Now, I think that there are consequences to that, just like everything. Is that kid showboating a little more at the end of plays now because he's got a camera on him and he knows it? Maybe. Is he a little bit worried about stats or you know, maybe he doesn't play his discipline of football because he's playing a wing T team. He's a corner, and all he does is run vert for no reason. Maybe, right? I mean, there's a little bit of that into it, but I mean, it's kind of a two-sided sword or two-edged blade or whatever you say.
P, you want to go before I say it?
Yeah. So Don, I think I know what you're getting at here. It's just the point of at what point does it become silly, man? Like,
yes,
I'm all for the promotion. You know, of kids. I'm only 28. I understand it. I fully understand it. Like, I'm not too far off from what they're thinking, but I think they do lose sight of, you know, they'll come find you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's enough pen to pad that goes with the sliding scale of the promotion and what are you actually doing. I think that's the actual problem of it all. So the promotion, that's fine. The media, that's fine. But I think that we got a real back end what you have to do on the field and what these people are actually looking for on the next level. Because the silly stuff is the silly stuff.
Right. So I'm not sure if you touched on it or not. Here come the MVP right there. They Dan,
So y'all was
you know
talking
how this
about
time of the show do.
Nah,
Dan
this ain't his
coming up
time. This is my
next.
time.
Okay.
So y'all be talking about the playoffs and whatnot. Like down here, everybody makes the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You go 0-9 and you make the playoffs. They include everybody. That's why this should be so goddamn long. But everybody makes the playoffs down here.
Is that y'all's week 10, Brandon, or do y'all have is week 10 your last regular season game?
No, we got 9, and then
so you got 9 regular season, and then 10 is play.
Yeah.
See, we play 10 regular season, and then half the teams are done.
Yeah, we got Ojacom, and then everybody make the playoffs. So I think the top 2 get the first round bye, depending on how it's laid out.
That's insane, yo.
Because
That's
last year
different.
we was 4-5. And got a first round bye. Crazy. Like, listen to me. I'm trying to tell you, yo, listen. I be sitting back here sometime where you jump off the goddamn cliff, but that's a whole nother topic.
Oh yeah. And another topic. But nah, like Sheed, I don't know. Sheed, I don't know if you had anything to say about the AAU, the high school thing. I know I got cut off.
Yeah, no, it's just a matter of we got to separate what marketing is for your program and the kids. That's just part of it now. But like I agree with what you're saying. Is there's a fine line to where we kind of lose sight of why we're marketing, why we're highlighting certain kids in all programs. But it's something that you have to do nowadays.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
You have to have, after you have a game, you got to put a highlight reel on Instagram. Right?
Yes.
You know, especially in our dynamic up here, you have to do those things because if not, you're gonna fall behind.
Yes.
So I think it's just finding the fine line of the marketing and promotion into turning it into AAU stuff, and that's something you can do within your program. Because we have a lot of highlighted guys. We got a lot of guys that are big names in Jersey. Nolan James, Des Jones, high profile guys. Elijah Burris. Right, Derek Zammit, Sean Stewart. We got a Marquette Dorsey. We got a lot of high-profile kids. So it's something that we do in-house to make them stay focused on what the real mission is. You can go do your marketing and all that stuff, and we'll do that for you because we know how to do it. You know, so we monitor what they post, how they post. Hey, man, I saw some curses in that post you had. Take that down. Right. So little stuff like that, we kind of control with our high profile guys.
But that's what I meant by the standard, B. So I know we got the older guys. I know you was telling me about a guy that don't want to change things up. Like he don't get it with the times, he's gonna probably just wither away and die. That's just how this works. But the standard was right there with Sheed. He just hit it. You just said it, Sheed. To the point where you have to accept that this is our time, right, P? This is what we're doing right now. It's the social media era. So we get that part. But once you lose sight of, like she was just saying, how to market, then that's when things start to go left on you. You got to make sure that everybody still understands the standard. And I think that, how can I put it? Sheed, I think when I'm going to go on the limb and saying, when guys aspire to be like those names that you said, they think they have to do it a certain type of way, P. So, it could be a young Don Massey, but I see Desi Jones and I see how his YouTube or his Instagram is going crazy. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to post my stuff up crazy like that. But you're losing sight of how Desi got to where he's at and why it's being marketed like it's marketed. Everybody their own road. And you got to travel your road. You can't travel Desi road trying to be Don. And Desi can't travel Don road trying to be that. So it's just one of those things, I think, that I would like coaches to do more talking to their kids. Keeping the standard. Me and my good friend Jay Turner talk about that a lot. With guys, just got to make sure they understand that we can't lose sight of the mission. And the only thing why I said, the mission, and you hear me always going back saying the standard, because honestly, when you win, it's a lot of guys that took pictures this week, right? I mean, it wasn't just those 6 or 7 guys he just named. I mean, Dame, you've been in that position before. P, you've been in that position. Dan, I know you won a couple of titles, right? Everybody's social media is going crazy now. From the guy that got every down snap and the guy that didn't even get in. He's just
you see it happening right now. A lot of our guys posting right now.
So
Nice
if
filter.
you're looking
You
for the
good.
popularity, long as you keep that thing tight, keep the we over the me mission, everybody's gram's gonna be popping. Everybody's Twitter's gonna be popping. So
I just think
that's
it just
one
needs
of
to be a guidance thing. Like coaches it has to be guidance in doing this. You know, so we lost the game this year. And I told my guys, if I see anybody post, I'm gonna post under your comment, and you're not gonna like what I post.
Yeah, we don't have.
I
You
like
gotta be
that.
mindful of what you
I
post.
like that. I like
Right,
that.
so it's something that as adults, like I always put the onus on the adults. We have to step in and provide the guidance of how to do this thing, right? Because if you don't have guidance in doing it, of course the kids are gonna just post whatever.
That train's gonna run right off the track.
They're gonna make a reel with F-bombs all on the song. Like, what are you doing? Because there's no one to check them and say, hey, take that down, make the edited version, or just put the instrumental on there. Hey man, this post right here is wild crazy. Take that down. Like, you have to monitor these kids.
Yep.
Because if not, they're just gonna do what they think is right, not knowing what's going on.
It's
but I
actually
think
right.
the programs are now doing a good job of nowadays. Now your football team's social media is now doing the marketing. You make your Instagram reels of a good win. You're starting to highlight certain players, special teams player of the week, things of that nature. So I think that'll kind of help these kids see it, because if not, they're going to run rampant. And especially as you get to the youth level and the 7-on-7 circuit, some of the stuff that they post is wild crazy. So we can go. This can be.
I just listen.
You know
I'm
what I mean?
only around the corner from the nearest hospital. I don't want to go tonight.
Right.
Because we start talking about that. I'm telling you, I don't know. I would lose my mind.
There's kids that's on the youth level. I can't even find them if I wanted to, because their handle is Big Glock 24_65. Who's monitoring this kid?
Uncoachable and unmanageable, man. Like
I had a few kids.
You're making
I had to tell.
Go ahead, Brandon. Sorry.
I had a few kids that had to tell, like, why are you putting guns on your story? Oh, that's an old picture. I don't give a. Why are you putting that up there? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, and then like it's like once a month you put like 5 of them up there, like, and then it's multiple kids. But I know a school. I'm not gonna say the name. I know a school. They only have who playing with the damn tape. They only have enough kids.
You're gonna pull his damn beard out in a minute.
They only have enough kids to play football, so their school kids don't show up to practice on a regular basis, and they get away with a lot of different things because they know you have nobody to replace them. So I'm going to play regardless. Because the roster only got 30 kids on it. Sometimes only 17 actually show up to play. So my chances of playing are great.
Who's that coach?
So
Right.
then you get a lot of get away with a lot of that stuff.
Need that check.
Yeah, need that check.
I think you're making really good points for coaching staffs, ensuring that they have a guy on staff that can do this type of stuff.
That's it, Dan.
Whether that is an additional stipend for social media
Yep.
coordinator.
Yeah, that's
that can help all the sports. That's, there's guys out there that can do that role. There's guys out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dan Chamberlain Show. I told you. That's it.
Social media monitoring interventionist. Yeah, they go to position right there.
Right, but maybe they are just breaking down film after the game and putting that stuff up, or put I'm with Bristow this year. They have a media team. They started a media class, so those girls and guys in that class, they know on Friday night, hey, you're going to the football games, and your job is to walk around and take pictures of all the players, doing all the fun stuff.
Yeah,
coaches,
like you said, I think we're all in the same plan. That's definitely what needs to happen. Coaches got to definitely set a standard, like she was saying, and uphold that standard. And then getting parents involved as well to make sure the kids understand, like, Mom, it can't just be me. Dad, it can't just be me. We both got to understand that his handle cannot be 357 sex money murder. Okay, like he needs to have his name if he even plan on going to college. And guess what? If he don't, maybe this ain't even the place for him.
Yeah.
See, that's the other part where the standard being the standard. So if you want to be the Mr. Showtime 3000, yo, man, this might not be the place for you, Showtime. It might not. You might want to go to another school because the standard has to be the standard, and it's football. And this we all talk about football guys, right? Like, you gotta do things a certain way because the football guys don't frown upon you. Most of those guys that you see, like I was saying, when you do a deep dive in some of the guys that has the biggest highlight reels and all of these things, yeah, I'm talking. So you listen. You do a deep dive on their team and their accolades, you'll see that a lot of them don't end up playing where she played at. They end up playing somewhere else because it was bigger. He made it bigger than him. And then now you got a mutiny between him and another kid. Man, it's toxic. But, hey, man, that's that topic I wanted to talk about. We can't let high school football turn into AAU basketball, man, not at all. But what else you got for me, B? We doing DM recruiting? I know them kids is begging for it.
So,
And you got me on here for 2 hours. I don't know how you get me to do this every time.
Sir, it don't even be me no more. I think it's whoa. I ain't tell you to do all that yet.
Hey, look, man. At least I know I'm getting this show for free because you gonna mess up. I ain't gotta pay for this.
I don't never mess up. What do you mean? I just have small mistakes.
Oh, all right.
All right. So do you want to?
I thought I was gonna get a discount.
Do you want to explain what DM recruiting is?
Yeah, let's put the video up with a picture up about what the DM recruiting thing is going on right now. We're kicking off something real special, P, with DM recruiting. Obviously me, Brandon and Dan, we're being in 3 different regions and everyone having connections to people that we know in our regions. We all trying to help kids kind of get themselves out there. So like you guys heard, Dan is in OKs, right? So in Oklahoma, he got a couple of guys, like maybe 10 coaches. I ain't gonna say how many, right? Just use the number as 10. 10 coaches that he might know in that area where he's trying to get his kid marketed. Well, I'm in Northern Jersey. And in this whole tri-state area, I might have 10 coaches. So I might be like, hey, Dan, let me see some of your guys' film. As long as we know we got good grades, we got good character, we know we got a good kid like that, then, we know we're pushing, we're marketing. And then I could put it out to some of those guys, help guys expand their recruiting. Again, we just done to kind of open up a doorway, set up a type of passageway where you got some kids like, we talked about where we know phenomenal athletes, and we try to help those guys get some type of looks or some type of, like, again, jumpstarting their recruiting. But again, we really would like to get to know the kid as well, so that way we're not just pushing out a kid just because of what he looks like on film. So that's kind of how this works. We want to have like an interview process with the kid, talking to the kid, talking to the parents, helping them understand what this is. This is no guarantee that it's going to be an offer, but this is a guarantee that as long as we all work together, you'll see a spike in his recruiting. All right. And so we asked for about 3 to 5 clips, clear-cut clips, with yourself highlighted, right? Got to highlight yourself.
My bad.
Hey, listen, don't worry. We're working. Trust me. Remember, my guy was jacked up too. So, that's how it goes.
When you're a good narrator like Dan is, you don't need to highlight yourself. He gonna let us know where you at.
This is true. So 3 to 5 clips of your best work, okay?
Coach, you shared just look for the guys that's just violent, right? Look for the one that's it. I shared that with my kids. Like, look, if you're the wrong kids highlighted. If I see violence, that's where my eyes are going, right?
Exactly where my eyes are going. Yeah. And so, like I said, we get your first name, last name, the grade you're graduating, the high school that you're attending, your Twitter handle, and your email address. Obviously, we're going to have a Google Doc with all of the extra information on it. So this way, once we get the film sent out, we can also send some more stuff out to the colleges. But we're going to preview a couple of guys here. And then, Pete, also what we do here is try to do a breakdown of the film between all of the other coaches. So now you can kind of be able to tell that kid, hey, so as I'm looking at the film, this kid, he might need to start, getting a little lower in his stance, getting, his pedal is not right, just helping the kids like that. So I tell a lot of the guys, hey, when I get your film, understand it's going through the microscope. Reason why, because before we send it out, we want to make sure we're sending out a good product, and that's our damn recruiting thing. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. I see you yarning, man. Don't yarn. I'm the one that had the long day.
Listen, I've been up. I worked all last night.
I was at JMU Marshall last night, so I don't want to hear that. I don't hear that. And I had a good time.
Listen.
Thank you.
All right, so Coach She, listen to me. I sent out the stuff. People was like, "Yeah, put me on the show. Put me on the show. Put me on the show." I sent them the 2 shows, the one where you explained about highlighting yourself, and the one where you explained about making sure everything was clear and the name and all that stuff. They ain't watched the whole thing.
Hey, listen, man. We know you got the children of the corn over there, man. Don't worry about it.
One of the kids sent me 20 clips. I said, "Yo, I just need 5." But can you pick the best 5? Yo, listen, right?
Yeah, may not cost you a little, may not cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. Yes, sir. I'll pick out the 5 clips for you.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though? Some of them kids don't know.
Right. That's why I said it's no problem. That's why you just jump right in here.
They think every player is a highlight, and it's not. Just because you win it don't mean it's a highlight.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now, see how fast it go? Right. We already lost the first one. So number 51 is Isaiah Rogers. 51. See how fast this go.
Shit, I thought we was looking at number 7 right quick.
Yeah, I thought I was looking at running back.
You said number 7.
The one who made the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Like, this is Green Street. The one you was looking at, DM. This is Green Street. This was their homecoming.
Okay.
And we lost this game. This is crazy.
He didn't highlight himself. He didn't put an arrow on himself to let us know who we looking at. So
I will explain that off air because he can't really do it.
No problem. Look, we just breaking that down. Like I said, I also want to make sure we get his high school up here.
Fire off the ball well though.
Sorry.
2025. Okay.
This is Reach Partnership.
I got you. We grassroots around here, baby.
Yo, kid fire off the ball really well.
5'10", 240.
I would like to see some defensive tackle on film.
Yeah, you're gonna have to see some defense with that.
If not, then obviously the market is going to change. The market is going to probably be somewhere in the D3 market. I want to say if we're talking offensive tackle at that level, that size.
Be a one side of the field player, one side of the ball player.
Right. That's why you would like to see more of that. As far as just based upon the size and the level that you want to try to market him on. The other thing was again, like we did see, Coach did point out, he gets off the ball, gets his hands on you real quick. I seen him moving guys down the field, sealing the blocks. So, that's good stuff right there. What I probably would want to see also is, can he go from one block to another block? Okay, so I see you took care of the down block. Now let's get up to the linebacker. See if we get you going downfield. Basically your hands and your eyes got to be in sync. You know what I mean? But again, I don't know the scheme. Like clearly with this one, it's nothing he can do. He can't get down the field. Number 7 comes through there like a hot knife through butter. Now we'll go here. He's at the left tackle here, right? Now you get that block right there, which is perfect. Now we got the running back still going. Now, as small as somebody might go back to that clip, as small as somebody might be like, well, damn, D, that's not even that big of a deal. It kind of is. It kind of is. Because I want to know that you seen after you made that block and your guy went down the field, I need to see what you did. Did you stay involved? So like you're done. I can see you standing there.
Yeah, he started skipping and started watching the play.
I want some of them guys, because they get the pick from everybody in the country. Okay. So now that's what I was
That's a
talking about
good
right
block
there.
right there.
That
That's a
should be
good
the first
combo.
clip.
That's a
That should be the
combo.
first clip.
Yep.
That right there is what I want to see first.
Yep.
Okay. What I want to see him as a game, as he gets older into this thing, is staying involved. Like I said, or better cut that clip short so I don't see you looking. You know, they're gonna find out anyway. But I like that clip right there. That's how you get on one and then get to the next one, and then the running back is down the field. And this one, I got to see how I can see it. I like running the block, boom, 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 boom. Good. That's perfect. That's a perfect. But there's another tendency,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how these coaches are going to analyze you. They're going to say, excuse me, y'all. They're going to be looking at, okay, so I see he's active. But I also see that once the play is gone, he's gone too. And I might want him to run down, help pick the running back up. I seen a lot of your offensive linemen doing that at the game the other day, like getting involved, staying with it. Because you just want to protect the investment. That's all that is. As an offensive lineman, your job is being a protector. Okay? So after you make the block, man, I don't want to see your feet standing still. I want to see you getting up there, either getting another guy to block, or like I said, helping that running back up and tell them let's get ready for getting some more. You know, but that's all I'm thinking about. Definitely good stuff. I think if we had to, Brandon, you know, we could get Stone in on this, or maybe if you could talk to the guy and we could try to work on how to like reformat this a little bit for him. I think we got something.
What you mean by you talking about the videos?
Yeah, just to reorder it and make it look like, because honestly, guys are not gonna sit and watch a 5-minute highlight, 7-minute highlight. Like they want to get right to it.
Right. So this one is about a minute or so.
No, that's fine. Again,
yeah,
remember, these are postcards. These are postcards that we sending out. You know what I mean? But in the postcard, when I send it, he's gonna hit the button right then and there, and you want to get his attention within the first 5 to 10 seconds. It's like, oh, okay, I got what you got, coach. This kid looks like he can play on my team, or he can't play for me, but I think if you talk to the coach over this one, he could play for them. So that's what we want to do. We just want to get that type of thing set up.
I got you.
Okay. So what you got
ready?
next? Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Kyle Littlejohn. I'm gonna let y'all talk about my boy Kyle. That clip need to be highlighted.
I was about to say that should have been the first one. That's a play.
I think that first clip was against us.
comes against you. We play. Better than ever. Rare problem.
So that's Kyle Littlejohn out of Irvington High School. Really good athlete.
Go back on again. Yeah, that's against us right there.
Oh yeah. But like you can see,
inside backer.
Yes.
And nickel. I see it now. Never mind.
And that's due to size. Like I said, you know, just try to have a kid be marketable. You know.
Yep.
Like now, these clips like this, I'm gonna say this. These clips like this, I wouldn't like to use.
You're gonna fuck him up, dude.
You know, I wouldn't like to use them because again, you know, I want to kind of catch it where it's clear. Some of those clips are just bunched up together, and it's hard to see who made the tackle, what type of tackle you made, whatever the case may be.
He looks like he's got really good vision in traffic, though. That one on the goal line, he just kind of weeds it out, and then I know he takes on the block of that GT counter. He hits the swabber, but he blocks destructs. He gets off. He comes out and makes the tackle at the line of scrimmage, or maybe for 1 or 2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Got a couple interceptions here. It's good that he's got the hands and he can get in those pockets. It's like y'all got him schemed up pretty well too. Like this right here, I mean, for him to read, and then he's just there, boom. And I know they got they've got pullers supposed to swab him out. And I think this is the GT counter, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's Buck. Buck action. But see, I mean, for the block destruct there, he doesn't let the guy seal him inside, and then he comes back, makes tackle. That's great vision to me. And getting off a block is something you need to put on film. So that's good.
What you got, Sheet?
Yeah, they based on his size, they're gonna project him as that overhang player that everybody's playing with nowadays. That tweener safety, like you say, he's doing all that block destruction from the inside. So that'll be great in today's game with defense, being that overhang player. And when he hits you, you're going backwards, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
One-on-one tackles, man. One-on-one tackles, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll be projected like an overhang player. He's 5'9",
Cool.
195. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, really, really active. Got really good numbers. Great grades.
Let him come on free off the line.
Yeah, great grades with this kid. And those are the other thing that we asked for a little bit with this whole damn recruiting process, that if parents could get an unofficial copy of the transcript, it also makes it easier to market as well. Because again, once we send this postcard out, we want to be able to let the coaches know if you want more, we have more to offer without just let me give you a phone number, right? So this is definitely kind of what we're looking for, is how we want to market this guy.
It took forever to get that ball.
But that's just a setup. Who we got next on after that one?
All right. This is 4 minutes. This is 2 minutes long. All right. So this should be my kid from Archbishop, Curley.
Okay, that's the other school you were telling me about.
Yeah, this is the one that's in the city. Remember I was telling you about the kid that they've got at DN, she'll be playing linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they knew the huddle too. This is a freshman. They knew the huddle, so they don't understand how to work it.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. He is number 7. He's the defensive end, the left side.
And this is freshman film, right? So that's cool.
Yes. I should have. God damn. He has no problem hitting. He's high motor. He don't take plays off. Cameraman need work.
No, to be a freshman, he's already got good size based with the picture. You can put some weight on him too. So this is all like a projection right here because he's a freshman. You can still see the motor that he has.
Yeah, he got a motor. You can see that.
You can see that.
Put him at defensive end. I mean, middle linebacker, and just let him go.
But a kid like this is somebody like, oh yeah, this could be like a next up type of kid. Like, yeah, I got something in the bag because he already got a motor. He already has good size. Like, yeah, I like him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He got family in Jersey? Let me stop playing, man.
How many people watching on YouTube? I bet his father watching right now. He gonna call me as soon as this show over with.
Hey
He gonna
man,
call me.
hey man.
Yo,
Hey, listen,
who's that
depending on where
guy?
he at, it's a 2-hour ride, 3-hour ride.
Hey, we said this was recruiting. You know what I mean? It's sometimes it's to help
Exactly.
the kids, sometimes it's to help the
He
coach.
probably laughing right now. Get ready to text me. I bet money.
Yes.
But like we said, we can see that this kid loves it, loves
Yeah.
the game. He's
Yes.
all in on, wanting to be a part of the plays. That's why you see him at running back doing things there. Shifty as heck too, look like as a running
Wide
back.
receiver, put him
And
at free
then
safety, put him at wide receiver. His first step off the line, I'm telling you, if you don't touch him at the line, he's leaving you. He's gone. His acceleration
no,
is
this,
dead.
He looked like he
And
want to run into people. Like that's even when he was at
he
running back. Like,
you
he
know how
just want to
long
run into people.
mm-hmm.
I like that.
you don't even know how long it took me to tell him to stop. Just you don't have to make contact every time you see somebody, yo. You don't have to just want to
Hey,
hit
hey, hey, hey,
somebody,
hey,
yo.
hey, hey. Listen, don't tame the beast.
Yeah,
Just teach the beast how to miss make
Yeah,
that guy miss. That's all.
yeah. Don't change his outlook on aggression. You take away his
Mm-hmm.
aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before his teams he on before, he was the only thing they had. So if you got 60 snaps, 55 of them going to him. And every play
Yeah.
you just bam, 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 bam. Then you
Yeah,
playing defense and you hitting and you hitting and you hitting. You don't come out the field.
you wear down. You wear down. You wear down, but
Mm-hmm.
you gotta don't take away from it, add to it. Like every play don't have to be you running somebody over. It could be a move and then easing the guy up and easing him into you running him over. Like let
Yeah.
him keep his aggression,
Yeah, even that clip right there, he making people miss. Those first two cuts, he doing that, but he
Yeah.
want to finish running through somebody.
Right. Which is the stuff that you're looking for.
Right.
Yeah. I told
Yeah,
his
see,
father
that's what I'm saying.
to
Like
send me the
he got
number
to
ones when he
jersey.
getting double teamed.
Nah, he got to move to jersey. Hey, you see his last name O'Neal, man. He might got Dane might got some folk at North there, Mo. Might be related to Big Shaq Diesel out here. I'm gonna have to make a phone call, man.
Nah, but this is pretty good film for a freshman.
It is.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this: using this film, working on some of the things we did talk about, making guys miss, playing in space. You know what I mean? If it's him at the defensive end or off the edge rusher, learning how to use his hands. Like I like how I say he locked that guy out.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are things that you want to see from defensive linemen or edge rushers, that you just get to come up the field, lock them arms out on a guy so you can maneuver to get rid of him, block destruction, and then get to the tackle like he did. So it's definitely some good stuff. I don't know who is his trainer, but I'm available. I'll be traveling.
This is first year playing defensive end.
Yeah, but he'll more so be an edge rusher as time progresses. Because on this level, you put your guy where you got to put him at. If he's my better athlete, I'm gonna put him where I need him to just kind of be effective at. I'm guessing obviously as he grows, 5'11" freshman, even if it's an inch a year, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna be 6'2". You know what I mean? If you're talking 10 pounds a year, he's now 195, 6'2". You feel me? So, and those are really small numbers too. So it's just a matter of him understanding which life is going to be eventually as he gets older. But sticking with a nice trainer. I don't know if he's going to do another sport. So make sure that other sport is
he run track
complementary.
and he play basketball.
That's what I'm about to say. Make sure that sport is complementary to what he wants to do. You know what I mean? If he likes football, and if football, like right now, from what I see in the film, looks good for him. Track will probably be. I don't know how y'all do both. This is all like because we got in Jersey, we got to pick one or the other.
Yeah, you got to pick one or the other in school. In your school, you pick one or the other.
Right.
But you know how that go. You go down.
Yeah, but time management in high school is key. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I would be a track runner if it was me, and then spending some of that off time in the gym training on physically, weight room is what I mean. And then obviously, of course, doing some type of position training. But it's all in the time management because, me and Coach Dane, we used to kind of work together on trying to make sure I don't do something that kind of ruins a track meet for that kid. I don't want to go heavy on his legs and he got a track meet tomorrow. You know what I mean? Those type of stuff. So, you got to make sure he has a good, again, like I said, time management, man, scaling it the right way, putting himself in the right position to improve his skill set. Because I believe by next year, his film should be dynamite. And he's already getting JV fit or reps as a freshman. So he's already on the right trajectory to be playing varsity next year if he does what he has to do in his off season. Now, if he doesn't, then, or unless their guys got to do, that could be the case too, right? Then, he'll have to kind of take the long road. But it's football. In football, every road is long, so you'll be all right.
Sir, who you tell us?
But, that's how it goes. But, I'm glad we got to that because now we're going to get to the part where I know a lot of my colleagues are.
Hold on.
It's
the
off
season. We got
another
Dan.
guy? Dan, what you got? I thought Dan didn't have my guy. Didn't have nobody for
You see Dan's face? You see his face? Hey, man.
No.
Dan always
patiently waiting.
I was reading, but I was reading the comments. I'm looking like, wait a minute, what happened? Dan can't get out. Whatever. I just keep going.
That's fine. I appreciate it. Let me
My
just
God.
clear this. Yeah, okay. And then this here window. Boom. Everybody see us? Well,
Okay, I see you, Dan.
He highlighted them all the way.
hey,
Can't miss it now.
here's the thing. You just let them make their own huddle highlight, and then they always highlight themselves, and then you steal the plays you want. So we're going to be talking about our junior left guard, defensive nose guard tonight, Marley Branscombe. 6'4", 260 for y'all looking for size. Still got another year to grow.
Ooh.
Marley was a beast for us this year. We're going to work on some things after watching film at the end of the year, but I just pretty raw. Just let y'all watch and enjoy.
Oh, there you go.
I just wait a minute.
He said, there you go. Both sides of the ball.
I tried to alternate, give you a good look here. Some of these are cut a little short. I apologize for that. Our film crew was volunteer.
Oh, a little stunt action. Okay, big fella.
Yeah, so right now. Oh,
what the fuck?
I ain't see that in a long time.
Me neither, man. That's a small school shit. You think they are the New York Jets?
Yo, he caught me right in the middle of my observations. I said, whoa, what the hell?
Oh, man.
I can't.
I'll let it roll again. Y'all can just tear it up here.
Yeah, nah, he got a lot of potential. Just based off this first clip.
Damn.
And with that size, and he got another year, yeah.
He's got to work on his aggressiveness sometimes. He's got a couple, kicks that are rather soft. But
he looks like he liked the finish though.
Yes.
But that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That cat right there's a D1 defensive end he was having to kick out. He was tired that night.
The shit out of him.
Yeah. That's not a bad pressing line, but yeah, definitely I would see him as an offensive lineman, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
He bends
with
really
that
well.
size, it's a lot easier to sell him as a guard or a tackle.
He bends really well, and his first step is very quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It makes me laugh every time I see this kid.
Every
They
time.
roll right into the block.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He definitely I definitely like him in the interior. I like how his hands are active and on. I like how his feet are moving. I like to see that. You want to make sure you got active feet, active hands going on. Like we talked about finishing, the first step, getting the guy on, putting him to the ground. Even on those kickouts, some of those kickouts aren't going to be flatliners.
Right.
But the fact that he attacked the inside shoulder of that guy to get that crease for the back, the positioning, I like that as well. I think that's another good thing about him. And like you said, with another year, I think everybody here will always understand. Obviously, the off season is going to be big for him. The camp season is going to be huge for him.
Yeah.
Huge
We're going
for
to run
them.
him through a couple O-line, D-line camps this year and let him really learn. And you know, that team was a flex bone for the last 10 years. And this year we went, you know, more single wing style, kind of this multiple offensive look. So I know you were talking about earlier about combo blocks and coming off of blocks. We didn't zone a ton.
Yeah.
And, you know, we coached him up, just stay on your track. If you get a hold of somebody, you don't let go, right? So
right.
Less combos. We taught it a little bit, but it just wasn't any clips that showed up.
But
today.
at least we could see him moving. You know, that's what you want to see. You want to see, is he one of them just big stumps that's going to be at the guard, or is he going to be a guy that can move? He can move. Yeah. So that's what you want. And like, I try to get some of my offensive linemen to understand that as well. Like, the times have changed to putting the big 6'5", 285 guy at the guard and just hinge all day. Like, you have to be able to move. Like, you have to either be able to pull, like I was talking about with the other kid, get down, block, and then get up to the linebacker. You got to be able to move, because if you don't be able to move, then it just kind of shows that you might be lazy, okay? Right. And on that level where people are really working to try to play, regardless of what level it is, 1, 2, 3, JUCO, you're probably not gonna play, you know. So you want to try to help those kids out to understand that early, that if you can kind of like get yourself active, your off season active, jumping rope, big, like that would be the number one thing. Jumping rope as a big man, you know what I'm saying? We do dot drills, you know, right leg, left leg, those type of movement drill. Any type of movement drill, I feel like for one of the bigger guys is key, because it just gets them kind of being agile. Everything's about being agile and athletic right now. But I mean, I know P, you got a nice off-season regiment coming up with your guys. I'm gonna give you some time to talk about that sheet. I know Pro Edge and you guys about to start jumping off things like that. We're gonna talk about that in a quick minute, because again, like I said, after the evaluation of these films, and then I know for the Jersey guys, if you're looking for somewhere to go, I'm trying to bring these guys to the forefront so you guys can kind of see where you can go. And all work ain't good work. So let's make sure that we understand that, you know. Nah, for real. I forgot a good mentor of mine told me, don't mistake movement for something, but I got to get that shit back. But all work ain't good work, you know. And you had guys that go places, they train, your parents putting out, you know, good money, and you still not in a certain space, you know, and you're not the expectation where you thought you would be. Let's talk about the freshman, B. He doesn't have a good off season. Now he's still back on that JV circuit and looking the same way how we looked at today. It's like, well, what did you do all off season? And that's what some coaches are going to ask. So, you know, and because of rules and standard, a lot of coaches of those teams can't do much. So you're really dependent upon you really being independent and trying to find the right training. Okay, so that's how that works. And again, like I said before, scheduling is everything. Making sure your schedule is set up where you get rest. That's a part of training. Where you're getting that rest, where you're getting the good training in, where you're getting good lifts in with your team. You know, if you're doing, like I said, another sport, that's being done. But it all has to kind of be in sync, because the grades still have to stay on a high level. We cannot afford for grades to take a dive after the football season, because you know how that goes for some athletes as well, right? So that's how that works on our side, you know. But like I said, I'll talk about what I have going on right now. It's a every Saturday and Sunday type of training at Center Court Sports, 14 Depot Place in Montclair, where we do a little bit of both. I have a physical training section that goes on for an hour, and I have a position training that goes on for another hour. Okay, and we have trainers to pretty much fit every position that you are trying to get training in. So we have a linebacker coach, we have a offensive line coach, we have a running back coach, a quarterback coach, a receiver coach. So we're something different that I'm branching off. Again, this is something new. So if everybody don't come, trust me, that's fine. I'm trying to build this thing to work the right way. But it's an indoor turf facility in Montclair, all right? And so it's just something that's going to cost you, I think, about $30 a session. But again, consistency is the key. Because honestly, the price really don't matter. These are investments. So as in making that investment, you just want to make sure that you're making the right investment, you know. So that's what we have going on in the DM as far as the training side. People can follow me on DM Football 258 and on Driven Minds on Facebook. I will have flyers going off left and right. I'll probably have a meet the trainers thing going up so that way people can kind of see who's inside the gym. But again, that's just something that's food for thought that I have in the Essex County area. Pete, I'm gonna let you take it off. Tell me what you guys got going on your side.
100%. I appreciate it. So this year we're doing something a little different as well. Going in with just top down skill training. So we're gonna have all position groups there. I'm a DB and wide receiver guy. We're gonna be doing it for a few weeks, 8 weeks at a time, Saturdays and Sundays. And what we're gonna be doing is every Sunday we're gonna get those same guys in, whoever's in there. We're gonna be having, film sessions and board work as well. So we're gonna get everybody in one room, kind of how we're doing right now, and we're gonna really talk ball, right? Because I think, with the 7-on-7 stuff and all that, that the way that it hit the stage, a lot of things got lost in the off season. So we want to reel it back a little bit and work through ball as well as talk through ball. So when these guys get into their respective seasons, they'll be all set. We're gonna be doing that in the Meadowlands area, at the SoFi Soccer Center. That's gonna be in late January, early February. You can follow us at the whole 9_Bayonne, man.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. She, go ahead and talk about it. What you got cooking for the off season plan? And again, congratulations. How do I know you like that? I knew you was coming with these darn rings, and you better not give them the whole screen, Brandon. That's not right.
You said it was his day, so I'm just trying to make sure. I got the paper right here where you said
I
it.
respect it though. I do respect it.
See, the floor is yours.
Yeah, man. Shout out to DePaul Catholic. You guys had an amazing year. The seniors, we got a big senior class. Shout out to Coach Campanelli. He's my head coach. Did an amazing job setting the standard for us, and we just follow suit and had a great season. Probably one of the better seasons in DePaul Catholic history. So just wanted to shout out to you guys. So this off season, well, I never stopped, but a lot of training at Pro Edge. It's in Wayne, New Jersey. Again, it's all positional training. O-line, D-line, quarterback, every position, you name it, we have it. We also do sports performance for all levels. I do mostly the youth level from ages 6 to 13. And we have our coach Jeremy. He does the high school, the college guys. Coach Sami McDonald, he does the offensive line. Jay Alfred, he's a retired NFL player, played for the New York Giants. He does the defensive line. Coach McDee, yeah, Penn State, yeah. Coach McDee does the quarterbacks. I do the receivers and DBs. And the one thing I do like about it, we don't just do drill work, right? We're not just doing cone drills all day, right? We're teaching we're all coaches. That's what I'm trying to get at. We're not trainers. We all coach. So we treat our sessions like we would treat Indy in a regular football season. Everything works in progression. So that facility is located in Wayne, New Jersey. You can check it out at Pro Edge on Instagram, or contact me on Instagram. My handle's there. So that's our off-season program.
No doubt, no doubt. Like I said, and trust as a client, definitely some good stuff over there. So if anybody has what's that? That's Passaic County. I'm not sure what county that is in.
Yeah, it's Passaic County.
Passaic County. If you're out in Passaic, you're out in Bergen, or hell, if you're just looking for good quality work, like you can see my two guys in New Jersey. With Dane, track season's up, or you got some time to spend. This guy right here, man, might be Dan. He might be one of the busiest guys in America. He's going to probably have a youth track season going on with a high school track season and still going to pop in somewhere and do some work. Dame, the floor is yours, man. Go ahead.
We already started. Youth is already 2 meets in. Got 85 kids on the youth program and the youth circuit running track. High school track season is definitely approaching. Got about I think 38 kids at the high school. And then, just spreading my knowledge, man. I can't use it no more, so I'm giving it up any way that I can help. And then if I get a phone call to come, tap in with any of you guys, I most definitely will. I don't mind coming to critique. I even like teaching the kids how to start their 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna get to that part of the season real soon. Like Tom is not waiting, so combines is gonna be coming up. So I'm working on trying to get a HBCU combine here in Jersey. Not excluding the other guys, but just trying to create a narrative to give those schools the opportunity to see, some of the talent and stuff that's going on in the city and the areas and things like that. So that's something that I've been working on, and that's pretty much it on my end.
You gonna tell that Cowboy fan just because he beat the Giants on Thanksgiving on me, he be talking in the middle of my show. I ain't got time for the Cowboy. Okay, it's just been a bad weekend for me, Brandon. A bad weekend. But Dan, I know you got some off-season stuff, man, and obviously, anybody can tell I'm wrapping this thing up so that way Brandon don't try and keep me on long. So you already know. Go ahead, Dan. Tell them about what it is, what we got cooking.
Yeah. Big thing this offseason is going to be athletic speed movement. I'd love to tell you guys all about it. AthleticSpeedMovement.com is where you can go to learn it. A gentleman by the name of Del Basquette, he started this program back in the 70s. He was the very first speed coach in the NFL. He worked for the Seattle Seahawks. In his first, second, and third year, he took a rookie running back and made him all-pro for his rookie and sophomore seasons in the NFL. So that's kind of where he got it started. And since then, he's taught thousands and thousands of kids. His stories that I like aren't like the kids that were supposed to made it, and were really good. His stories are like the kids that their ceiling was high school and they got to college, or their ceiling was college and they got some time in the NFL. And that's just what this program can do for you. So I think it's ridiculous not to have the speed program on your football team. It teaches you true football speed. It's not the same as sending your kids to track and saying, let them train our speed, because it ain't the same speed, right? We're talking this will work for your O-line, your D-line, your wide receivers, your quarterback. It teaches kids how to run. The physical, taking those kids that blew up between their 9th and 12th grade years, and they have no idea about spatial awareness or where their body parts are when they're flailing around as they run down the field. And we teach them where that is, how to tuck it all in, get it nice and tight, and just go run fast. That's the biggest one for the offseason, guys. Jump over, listen to the podcasts. You can go over to ChamberlainFootballConsulting.com. The podcasts are both there. And then I have a Patreon where I'm selling tiers, I guess, monthly tiers. So if you're needing some help developing as a coach, if you've got a young guy on staff and you don't know how to reach out to him and get him where you need him, or maybe it's players, whatever it is, I've got a tier for you. So jump in and patreon.com/Chamberlain Football Consulting. Thank you guys for letting me come on the show every other week or whatever, man. I've had a blast.
You the man of the hour next to the guy here that runs the show, Mr. B, And then our special host, special guest, Mr. Sheed. Some must be in his eye. But you already know.
B, I appreciate you. You right on cue, B. You already know what it is. Yeah.
I told y'all he's the best. He's the best at what he does, man. And I appreciate B always. But like you guys again, like I said, I appreciate y'all for coming on. B, I will allow you, since you and Sheed having so much fun on the show, please let me know what you have planned for the off season, sir.
Honestly, they keep calling me about 7-on-7, but I had to turn everything down because I'm in the process of opening up a physical location to do all my shows and get a new set of clientele to come in. So I've been busting my ass to get this done. But this is my first, so I've been doing Sam Sports. I've been hosting Sam Sports for next year, be 10 years, right? We done hosted shows, all kind of shows, all that shit. We done did in-person events. We do our podcast pop-up. We do a mock draft where we rotate between Philly, Jersey, and Baltimore. We did all that. But actual opening the studio is a lot of different paperwork and procedures and stuff you got to go through. This shit has been fun and stressful at the same damn time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing my off season, working to get that done. I did turn down a lot of the 7-on-7, and all the kids keep calling me about doing 7-on-7, so I had to give them somebody else's phone number, give them
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's phone number, and all that shit. But they having fun.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully during football season, we about to hit the practice field, and my call get answered. You know what I mean? Because that's how things happen around here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Shit. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So I'm here. Hey, still, if you want to do a show, if you want to hop on our shows, we got shows all week long. We got shows where they don't like guests. We got shows where they'll take all 10 of you people. Goddamn it, jump on the show and talk NFL, NBA, college football, whatever. Shows almost every day of the week except Thursday. It shows almost every day of the week here at the network.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right. And I appreciate you, like I said again, for allowing me to kind of, be one of the extra shows on the network. But you also know we got another special thing that we're working on in that DM recruiting. A lot of guys, like I said, I want She, Dane, P, Dan to get in on that, where we're going to try to bring these kids in and have film breakdowns with them, P, like you just said as well, and talk to them about their position a little bit, and not so much working with the guys that we can kind of know that come into our training facilities, but guys that can just kind of tap in like how we all tapped in right now, who just
California,
need some help.
Alaska,
Right.
hey,
And then just kind of need to know like some of the questions we asked today, like with the free safety, what's your pre-snap read? We want to try to have classes for these guys in the off season, just trying to constantly build these guys up to get better mentally as well as physically what we got going on. So don't forget that, B. We definitely got DM crew going major in a major way, and hopefully in a financial way, right? So that's our goal. But again, another segment, man, of Coach's Corner, man. It couldn't have been done without the best of the best. P, thanks for coming to the show first time.
Appreciate it, man.
Always invited, man. You already know that, man. I don't share nobody. As you can see, my boy at the bottom of the screen is having a blast without me. Dave Harrison, he just pops in and pops out like that.
Is that a cowboy flag up top?
Because he's at my boy house, Logan house.
Take that down.
You gotta understand. Anytime Bulldogs and Indians get together, it's this type of atmosphere. Like now we're looking at the ceiling, just how it goes. So she again, big congrats. Don't come back to the microphone. Big congratulations to you from the show. Get out of here. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, BJ, for showing up and making my week a hell week. I feel like I pledged this week or something, man. I swear, nothing went right for me this week.
New week, wait, Coach.
Where's it coming from? Go ahead, B. Somebody's talking to me. I know it. Somebody's talking. Oh, nigga, I got fat. See, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this over there. That's an off-the-air conversation. See, I want to say thank you for what you've done to my young man. I'll be there Wednesday for the signing day. Oh, man, we got the enforcer in the building. You already know. So, congratulations on a great season to you, She. Congratulations on a great season, Dame and P, man. Like, whether it ends in the way it ends, as long as it ended where everybody got better and they understood the mission, we're getting kids going to the next level and we're getting the young guys ready for the next step up. That's what it's about. So, again, I appreciate y'all. Dan, you already know what we do. Just staying in touch, trying to keep this thing building and growing. I'm definitely going to try to jump on one of your joints. I might just be watching though, because I don't be wanting to talk when I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I might just be tuning in, but I definitely want to kind of see some of this other stuff because, again, with me entering a new venture, I want to kind of like spread my wings and get some other stuff. And I'm still working on that microphone. So, and I think you had an IPA. I think you had an IPA over there. I should have got that IPA while you was there. Got to get the name of that. But, again, that's the joint. I know I gotta stay online because if I don't, I get cursed out by my engineer. And B, again, I appreciate you, man. Listen, I just want to, I told you, man, I'm the bully I'm the old man that's the bully, man. I'm doing whatever you guys tell me to do. You feel me? But hey, again, that's DM. Thank you for everybody tuning in on every network, every platform, and please just subscribe to the networks. Everyone that's here. Stay in tune with what they have going on because it's good stuff for you. Okay, and then just make sure you come back. I think our next segment is not gonna be the 15th. I'm sorry, it's not gonna be the 15th. What our next segment be? Maybe the 21st. Where you
So
at,
you
B?
want to go 3? I don't know. Every 2 weeks will be the 15th.
Well, no, it ain't gonna be the 15th because my birthday is the 14th. I'm being Houston, and we in another world. Okay, I'll let you know. And anybody is more than welcome to come with me to Houston. Hey, P, I see you nodding your head, baby. You want to
There we
come
go.
down there? Come down there, baby.
There
We're
we
gonna
go.
take H-Town up, baby. So it can't
So
be the
we got the
15th.
22nd.
I mean,
So we got the
I
22nd.
could. I like the 22nd. Merry Christmas, and then we'll kick it into the new year. I like that.
All right.
So our next coach's corner will be the 22nd, P. You got that. So
Yeah.
I know you already had some things cooking on your side, so we can probably get some feedback from that, see if we can push it. If anybody got a flyer or something they want me to post, just give it to me. I'll post it up. Okay, I want to make sure that we all putting out the right information, the best information, you know what I mean? And that's the coach's corner. Love y'all.
Oh man, appreciate it.